All right, there's a couple other things that I just want to mention before I move on from here. You can buy SM oil. All right, SL is pretty much gone, but if you go to the store, you will see others. How do I know? My little Mini has 230,000 miles and somewhere around 210,000 miles, let's say. I went to buy Mobil 1 oil and I bought high mileage oil. You would think that high mileage oil would be relevant and proper for that car. However, when I looked at the lettering, it said SM, and my car takes SN. So what do? You go, oh my goodness, I've been using that all along. Oh, nothing really bad happened. But nonetheless, you could see how that kind of thing can happen. The SM oil was made for a certain tolerance. As time went on, things got better, and now we're at SN. All right, so do your best to always use what you're supposed to. And where do you find that out? It's in your owner's manual. That little symbol, that API symbol there that you see on the right side, is in your owner's manual. And that is what required. However, the oil is backwards compatible. So you can use SN in anything and not have a negative thing. You don't have to search out SJ or SL or any of that kind of stuff. All right, so I found this pretty cool image, all right, and you can kind of see how this goes. So if you look at the left side at the bottom, you can see SP, right, for 0W20. In the middle, you see SN for 5W30. Up at the top, you see SL. You also see a C designation. That's going to come up next, right? You see your insignia in the middle for gasoline engines for American Petroleum Institute. And if you look over here, you're going to see some stuff. So you can see API, see the different S's that go into here. This is going to be later, and this is going to be in a little while too. All right, so diesels have their own designation, right? Diesel oils, and they're classified with a letter beginning with C, and they say that it could be standing for commercial because trucks are commercial to some degree, but it could also stand for compression because diesel engines are compression engines. Spark for cars, compression for diesels. And if you look, you'll see these are all very specific reasons. You can see currents versus obsoletes. You could see SJ4, SH4, right? But look what they're for. So this is for diesel engines with ultra low service diesel. This one is for emission standards, for exhaust emission standards. And it tells you what it supersedes. Here's for severe duty high speed with a certain percentage of sulfur, right? So these are oils that are very specific for very specific technologies. And the same rules apply. Old stuff, look stuff down here, 1961, 1955, 1949, right? Same kind of thing. We have a can of oil in school that I'm sad that I can't show you and I couldn't find a good picture of. It says CA, CB, and CC on the top of that can. That's how old that thing is. Right? And if you look over here, you'll see here is CH4 and CG4. Here is CF and CF2. Here's CJ4. And if we look over here, you can see CK4, CJ4, or CI4. That diesels have their own little markings on them. So API is not the only one. ISLAC, which is the International Lubricant Standardization and Approval Committee, developed their oil rating that consolidates the SAE rating with the API rating. And you'll see that starburst on the front of every oil. I'm going to show you if we ever get back into the classroom, but every oil, almost every oil has that on there. And you can find those all over Walmart, right? So ISLAC has that starburst, and down below you'll see that their rating, GF1, was for gasoline-fueled vehicles, and that was updated to GF2 in 1997, and GF3 in 01, and GF4 in 04, and GF5 in 10. And if you look right here, there's GF5, ISLAC. Right here's your SN. Down here you see your viscosity. Here's another one. SN, SM, and SL. and ISLAC GF5. Okay, so it's just another rating that goes in, and you can see that instead of this being this versus that, they consolidate them all together and represent them all at the same time. So this is where things get interesting.